What's up? Hey, I wanted to talk about honing because I was having some conversations with a few people about honing. You got, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's Akis, there's, but Cardis, you got synthetics, Cardis, and JNats, okay, as far as what I would shave. I wouldn't shave, me personally, I shave JNats, and the reason why I shave JNats is, let's just say you got a circle over here, here's Cardi, right? That's the buttery, very buttery in my opinion. Then on the other end, you got synthetics, a circle over here with synthetics, okay? And in the middle, you got the JNats. And they overlap both of those, the Cardi and the synthetic circles. You know what I mean? You got three circles, and that middle one, that JNat, overlaps. There's a part that it might not be able to touch with the Cardi. It might not be able to get that soft. And there's a spot where it might not be able to get that sharp on the other end of the synthetic. But for the most part, it picks up most of what the synthetic can do, and it picks up most of what the Cardi can do. You know what I mean? So that's why JNats are so versatile. I mean, you could just do so many different edges with a JNat. And you can with the synthetics and the Cardis as well. You can go as much, but within that circle. They only have limits. These type of stones only have certain limits of what they can do. And the JNat has the biggest limits, in my opinion. And let me touch on Naguras, okay? Back when the Japanese used Naguras, okay, they didn't have diamond plates and atomas. They didn't have them. They didn't have it. There was no such thing. They just had stones. This is back, they didn't even have cars. They had horses and whatever. Maybe, whatever. There was no such thing as, there was no such thing as diamond plates and atomas, okay? So that's why they used Naguras and a Nagura progression. Now, and here's the thing with Naguras. Naguras, you rub the Nagura, you do your Nagura progression, whatever the names are. You got 1, 2, you got 3 of them. You rub it on the stone, you build a slurry. Now that slurry is not that uniform. You got big chunks, you got little chunks, you got medium chunks. It's not very uniform, okay? With a Atoma or DMT slurry made on a JNat, it's much more uniform, and it's the slurry coming from the same stone. The same stone. It's the same exact slurry. Okay? There's no question about that. It's coming off the stone. So you have a much more uniform and much more, it's an easier slurry to work with just because it's more consistent. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for more consistency. Now, if you want to sit there and play with the Naguras and, go right ahead. I've done it. You know what I mean? And came up with pretty much almost the same edge. Actually, I've had more consistent edges, much more consistent edges using an Atoma building a slurry than I did at any point using any of the Naguras. They're just not consistent. You get bigger chunks, little chunks, medium chunks, and you're going to break that slurry down. Now, to break down a much more consistent slurry is easier and more consistent. So go do whatever you... if there's people, oh, no, you got to use Naguras. You don't have to use Naguras. If you want to use Naguras, go right ahead. In my opinion, it's not as consistent. You're going to get a more inconsistent edge using Naguras than you will with an Atoma plate, building a slurry. Now, go do whatever you want to do. Do both. Don't take my word for it. Try both and see. You're going to, save time, effort, if you want it. And I do it. I say absolutely do it so you can see for yourself. Okay? I always say, don't take my word for it. Try it. Try it. But I'm just trying to tell you, you're going to get a more consistent edge using an Atoma or a DMT. You know, a very well worn in Atoma or DMT. You don't want to just grab a brand new Atoma or DMT and start building slurry out of JNat. But, and again, and where JNats are so much more versatile than Cardis or synthetics. If you want laser fucking sharp, get a synthetic. Go synthetic, that's Suehiro 20K, and go absolutely balls to the walls. Are you kidding me? I want nothing to do with that edge. And then go balls to the... After you finish the friggin' Suehiro 20K, go balls to the walls on diamond spray or something. You want sharp, you ain't gonna get any sharper than that. Matter of fact, if you want something that sharp, don't even bother with straight razors. just shave friggin' chevettes. You know, but... and Cardis, some guys love Cardis. You know, they're very buttery. You know, if anybody tells you that they get extremely sharp, like really sharp edges off a conical, they're full of shit, in my opinion. They're full of shit. They're going from the Cardi to some kind of paste on a strop. Okay? All right, but whatever. I just wanted to touch on those few things because I was talking to a couple of people about this subject just within the last few days. And that's my thoughts on it. But I gotta go clean another driveway. I got my friggin' bib on, and it looks like a bomb went off with white shit around here. We got, I don't know, close to a foot. I'll be on the computer pretty soon, booking a flight. I gotta get out of here. I can't take this. I can't deal with this. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. All right, take it for whatever you want to take it. You know what I'm talking about. Try it yourself. I'm just telling you. Trying to save you some time and effort, but I do suggest doing it so you can see for yourself. But if there's a guy that wants to save some time and some effort, take my word for it. That's fine too, but I actually do suggest trying it. All right, have a good one. Adios. I gotta go work.